action of that large animal standing in that forest floor. The most exciting part about being a hovercraft pilot on Roebuck Bay is being able to witness the most biodiverse bay in the world and the points of interest in the history of Roebuck Bay. Every set of people come through, they're a different group every day, and we always see something different. And everyone really enjoys what they see out here in Roebuck Bay of Broome.
I just love those hovercraft. What a great invention. But you don't need a hovercraft where we're going right now. The Hyson Trail winds for 1,200 kilometres through some of South Australia's most scenic country. Named after the great Australian artist Sir Hans Hyson, it was the dream of long-distance walker Warren Benithan.
I am standing on the Hyson Trail where it runs through the Mount George Conservation Park. In 1969, at a symposium arranged by the National Trust, South Australia, about the future of the Adelaide Hills. At this symposium, I had said it's time South Australia had a long-distance walking trail through the Mount Lofty Ranges and perhaps the Flinders Ranges too. The idea was enthusiastically taken up, particularly by Minister Murray Hill, who was at the symposium and took the idea back to Parliament. Our committee that was to plan it thought we have to, first of all, choose a name. It should be a name which is associated with both the Mount Lofty and the Flinders Ranges. There was our great artist Hans Hyson, who lived here in the Adelaide Hills. He started painting the gum trees of the Mount Lofty Ranges and made them famous. He became even more famous with his Flinders Ranges paintings than with the Mount Lofty Range ones. So we decided to adopt the name. I think everybody is very pleased. We had a number of well-known people on this committee, and towards the end, Terry Lavender joined the committee. Well, when the committee was disbanded at the end of 1978, Terry Lavender got the same idea and said to his minister, I would like to plan the first 50 kilometres of this trail. Will you let me do it? The minister said, how much? And Terry said, 10 grand. The minister sort of scratched his head for a few minutes and said, go and do it. The Hyson Trail, which starts at Cape Jarvis, runs through the length of Floria Peninsula, goes through the parts of the Adelaide Hills and the Barossa Valley, and then through the mid-north up to the Flinders Ranges, and it goes on as far as Parachilna Gorge. The books on the subject say it's 1,500 kilometres. I've never actually gone to measure it myself.
The upkeep of the trail involves a considerable amount of effort from a very dedicated band of volunteers, the Friends of the Hyson Trail, and as the department we oversee the work that they're doing. But the work they actually do on the ground is looking after infrastructure like huts and shelters that are along the trail, bridges, and also stiles that are built along the trail. There's an enormous number of those to enable people to cross fences on private property. The trail itself actually wanders across not only Department for Environment and Heritage land, but also land managed by Forestry SA and an enormous amount of private land too. To walk the Hyson Trail from Cape Jervis to Parachilna, or the opposite direction as some do, I have known people to do it in 36 days, but they were extremely fit and a lot younger than I am. but it would take on average between 40 and 50 days, I'd say, to walk the entire length of the trail.
Having thought of the idea and then gone through all the problems that first committee, and then cooperated with Terry Lavender and the government departments and so on, and have been at the ceremonies where different stages have been completed. I'm naturally delighted, very pleased that I thought of the idea.